If you watched our NIST AI RMF overview, you know the 4 functions: govern, map, measure, and manage. This deep dive is for product teams who need subcategory level detail, TEVV practice, and the generative AI profile, not another loop diagram. Enterprise buyers in 2026 reference NIST AI RMF by category. They ask which govern controls apply, where your map risk documentation lives, and whether measure includes structured TEVV with scorecards. Overview knowledge names the functions. Deep dive readiness maps subcategories to your backlog and produces evidence per release. Govern in depth covers 6 subcategories. Policy and accountability define who approves AI features and what use cases are in scope. Workforce and culture ensure teams understand risk, not just compliance checklists. Legal and regulatory triggers tell product when to involve counsel. Third-party and supply chain oversight covers vendor models and embedded APIs. Product action, a governance charter with named owners, review gates, and documentation standards before the first sprint. Map in depth is where context drives every control. Document intended purpose, primary users, affected parties, and deployment environment. Categorize the system: classical ML, LLM agent, retrieval augmented pipeline, or embedded third-party API. Identify capabilities and limitations honestly. Then assess risks: safety, privacy, bias, reliability, security, and reputational harm. Score likelihood and impact. Tie each risk to specific components, model weights, training data, prompts, tools, and integrations. Product action, a 1-page context and risk map per feature, updated whenever scope changes. Measure is where teams win or lose audits. NIST emphasizes TEVV: test, evaluate, verify, and validate. Test against representative scenarios and edge cases. Evaluate performance against defined metrics aligned to intended behavior. Verify that controls work as designed. Validate outcomes with stakeholders who understand the use case. This is not a demo with 5 prompts. It is repeatable runs with version datasets, run IDs, and scorecards attached to every release candidate. Manage closes the loop. Prioritize mitigations based on mapped risk. Implement controls: human-in-the-loop gates, output filters, monitoring alerts. Track incidents and near misses in production. Feed learnings back into governed policies and map assumptions. Continuous improvement means your risk map and evaluation suite evolve with the product, not as a one-time compliance exercise. For generative AI features, apply the NIST Generative AI Profile, document AI 600:1. It extends the core RMF with LLM-specific risks, hallucination, prompt injection, data leakage, and content safety. Crosswalk RMF outcomes to ISO 42001 and the EU AI Act when customers require multiple framework alignment, one operating model, several audit lenses. Your next steps: pick one production AI feature, map it to govern through managed subcategories, run one TEVV cycle with documented results, and gap assess against the Gen AI profile. AIVELabs offers category-mapped learning paths. AIQualtest helps you run governed evaluations and export audit-ready evidence. Visit AIQLtest.com and learn.aiqltest.com. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for weekly AI governance and evaluation content.